Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web. And RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
And DFWCatholic.org, spreading the truth, one city at a time.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Michael Voris. Another killer morning after pill. The FDA is poised to redefine the length of time that applies to the term morning after with the new kit on the birth control block, Ella1, allegedly effective for 5 days after sex. The chemical in Ella1 works by inhibiting ovulation. Moreover, it attacks the baby prior to implantation by thinning the walls of the uterus, thus aborting the preborn baby. The FDA has never been honest about the fact that birth control pills are abortifacients, and short of miraculously growing a conscience, never will be. For this very reason, each pro-life organization must report the truth about chemical birth control and publicly expose the facts. It's not just morning after pills that cause preborn babies to die, but every single one of the so-called birth control pills. Michigan bishop withholds CCHD funds in light of the continuing allegations that the Catholic Campaign for Human Development, CCHD, is involved in funding groups that support abortion and other activities contrary to Catholic teaching. Bishop Bernard Hebda of Gaylord, Michigan, has decided to delay sending funds from the 2010 collection while the organization is under review. The communications director for the diocese said, quote, "After consulting with a number of advisors, Bishop Hebda has decided that a donation will not automatically be sent to CCHD from funds donated through the Diocese of Gaylord's Catholic Services Appeal campaign," end quote. Gaylord rolls many of the annual special collections, including the one for CCHD, into one large Catholic Services Appeal that takes place in the spring. Catholics defend French Cathedral. Approximately 200 young Catholics came to the defense of the Cathedral of Lyon, France, during a kiss-in protest held by homosexuals in front of the building. The homosexuals reportedly came on the eve of the, quote, World Day Against Homophobia recently to kiss each other in front of the cathedral in protest against the Catholic Church's 2,000-year-old condemnation of homosexual acts. The homosexual demonstrators are seen jeering, blaspheming, and insulting Catholics, while the Catholics are seen kneeling, praying, and singing hymns. The homosexualist protesters were eventually dispersed by police because they lacked permission for the demonstration, and the kiss-in had not gone ahead as scheduled. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium. CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world. CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Iceland legalizes so-called gay marriage with 14 members of Iceland's ruling parliament abstaining. The law passed 49-0 and takes effect June 27th, making Iceland the now 9th country in the world to do so, and it's the only nation with an openly homosexual head of government. Now, registered unions between homosexuals will only be recognized as marriage, making homosexual and heterosexual unions absolutely equal in the eyes of Icelandic law. The new law states that religious ministers will be free to perform gay marriage ceremonies, but also states they will not be obliged to do so. And lastly, British CPCs counter abortion ads. The Good Counsel Network, a network of crisis pregnancy centers, is raising funds to launch a campaign to counter the abortion advertisements currently running on British television. The strongly Catholic CPC is planning a poster campaign for the London transit system that would feature a famous painting of the Madonna and Child and a caption reading, "Maria stops abortion." The slogan is a pun on the name of the world's largest abortion group, Maria Stopes International, the group responsible for creating the pro-abortion television ads. Such advertising, Good Counsel says, quote, makes no reference either to the horror of what the different abortion procedures involve for the baby or to the awful suffering that many, many women will endure afterwards, end quote. The Good Counsel Network offers free pregnancy tests, counseling, and practical help for women who may be considering abortion. That's it for now. I'm Michael Vorse. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure and check out The Vortex today, where we talk about saving souls. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. As always, be sure and tell your friends about us. God bless you.